Some of them in this toxic relationship of con artists and the conned are the con artists. Let's have a look at RebelHQ. They did an interesting collection of videos of people faking vaccine side effects.
First, I want to introduce myself, and my name is Sean Skelton, and I'm very real. And unfortunately,
I'm very real.
This is also very real. I didn't know what else to do other than to just come on live and show everybody what my body is going through.
For the record, this lady is fine. Been to a doctor. Nothing wrong with her. Nothing wrong with everything from the neck down. And the things that are wrong with her brain are not physical.
At all wakening hours of my day. I don't know what's happening to my body, okay? It's a good question to me as it is for you, but I know that on Monday, I was a very functioning person, zero medical issues. I work every day. I got the COVID vaccine, the Moderna, on January the 4th. On Tuesday, I had mild flu-like symptoms. I went to work. Stomach pains and diarrhea, Wednesday, I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't able to go to work. My tongue began to spasm out of control.
Sounds like this person's main problem is capitalism. Just saying.
By Thursday morning, I was in full body convulsions.
I'm Ravana, and welcome back to RebelHQ. That woman, Sean Skeleton, posted a video of her shaking and gyrating to Facebook, claiming that it was caused by the COVID vaccine. However, PolitiFact did some investigative research and found out that although she did go to the hospital for her symptoms, none of the tests they ran, MRI, CT scans, came back with any answers, and the CDC made a statement saying they are not common or even known among people who have side effects from the vaccine.
Yeah, I should think not, because that's crazy. That's crazy. That's not a thing that happens when you take the COVID vaccine. Or any vaccine that I'm aware of. And the reason I can say this with such confidence is because these mother effers have been tested like crazy. And they have gone into millions and millions of bodies now. They've been tested by the populace as well as the FDA, who tested it extensively before it released it to the populace. It is not something that happens with the COVID vaccine. So why are they doing it? Ravana's got a couple of answers here.
Her doctor also told her that her symptoms were likely a result of stress and not at all related to the vaccine. So, without a shred of evidence,
So, for the record, her doctor has told her not the vaccine. Doctor can't say, you're lying. That's all this is. You're a liar who's lying. To be fair, it's possible it's psychosomatic. It's possible she literally just got so worked up with her LARPing that she's, in the zone, let's say. But most likely, it's a third option, not psychosomatic. Not just faking it for attention, but faking it for attention
her
so that
shaking
let's
to the
see this
vaccine.
next person.
And she's far from the only one.
Good Lord.
Let's calm down.
Look, just video it. There's no sense of
Looks
holding
heartbreaking.
It doesn't help.
If you don't know that it ain't real.
That was a video of Angelia DeSalle from Louisiana, who claims that her shaking was also caused by the vaccine, although there's no information to verify that. And a spokesperson for the CDC told PolitiFact in an email that the agency has, quote, no adverse event data regarding a case of this nature out of Louisiana. But why would people lie about this, you might be wondering? Well, this next video might give us a little insight into that. This woman, whose hand is miraculously steady as she picks up and sets down her can of Heineken, is Carolina Bork, out of Louisiana, who claims that she's been shaking since she got the COVID vaccine 22 months ago. And here is her GoFundMe, where she's raised $2,363 to apparently help her heal from her, quote, vaccine injury.
There it is. They're scamming each other. We live in such a capitalist dystopia that it is common practice for people to use GoFundMe to try to pay for the medical procedures they require. That's true. In this capitalist dystopia, we also have con artists who will do things like this. 26 donors gave her $2,300 because she pretended to have an adverse long-term reaction to a vaccine that has been politicized. That's $2,300. That's about $100 per donor. So she took $100 from 26 people that cared about her. Somehow I doubt these were random people. It's 26. That's got to be friends and family, right? She scammed her friends and family for about $100 each. Capitalism is what's wrong with these folks, by and large. Be warned, COVID scams, I suspect, are going to become more and more common, particularly because let us not forget that we don't know all the adverse side effects of actually getting COVID. We do know that it appears to have long-term effects on your heart. I shouldn't say no. There is evidence to suggest that it has cumulative long-term effects on the heart, as in the more times you get COVID, the weaker your heart gets. That is being studied. In all fairness, it's a brand new disease. That is still being studied. But we have had, commensurate with infections, heart problems rise in the U.S. Not commensurate with vaccinations, commensurate with COVID infections. That also means this crowd, this anti-vax crowd, is going to get, if that is true, is going to get sicker and sicker. Their hearts are going to get worse or worse. We already had at Diamond's funeral, or maybe it was Silk. One of them passed away. They didn't say from what, but they are two anti-vaxxers, and they have been hush-hush about the cause of death. The surviving member of Diamond and Silk gave a eulogy which focused on how if you get the vaccine, that can somehow make somebody who hasn't taken the vaccine sick with vaccine symptoms. Again, non-existent things. Probably preparing to blame her death, her COVID death, on being around somebody who was vaccinated. In other words, preparing their audience for cases of COVID deaths that are going to keep cropping up and probably get worse amongst that crowd. Vaccinated have much less to worry about. Not only are you less likely to catch COVID at all, but if you do catch it, you seem to get a lighter case of it because your body has prepared defenses. It stays with you less long. Generally speaking, you get the better version of everything. Good to get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Get your booster. Stop disease from spreading. Be a responsible American. And as part of our responsible American kit, we have to, these days, look out for the irresponsible Americans, which include the anti-vaxxers who are going to get sicker and sicker as the days go on, and they are going to try to spread more and more misinformation as the days go on, because somebody found a way to make money off it. Hell of a country.